Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's review is on The Sims 4 Realm of Magic. I'm wearing my lovely glass-free, bugs off an eye, Harry Potter spectacles. I actually picked these up at the weekend. My daughter went to a Harry Potter party on Sunday, and I'm actually borrowing the glasses to do this review. I'll probably keep them on for the whole thing because I think they add to the effect. I don't have a wizard's hat, which is a real shame. I do have a wand, but I keep that in the loft. Just having a bit of a sort around in this room, trying to get all of this kind of sorted into a much more of a pleasing way of having it. So I hope to get a lot more out and about. But yeah, so the one is in the loft at the moment, so I had that as well, but unfortunately I've left it in the loft. But yeah, let's get on with the review. So today's review, we are looking at the Sims 4 Realm of Magic. Now, I've been a fan of The Sims for a very, 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 very long time. I've played it back on the PS2 with my brother. We used to play Sims Busting Out. You couldn't even have a second floor of the house, and we used to build secret rooms with DJ booths in it and bars for drinking cocktails. We have a secret area for laptops and computers. And we usually cheat for money and needs and just generally live the life you'd ever wanted to lead as back when we were much younger. Obviously, The Sims has come a long way since then. Subsequently, I played The Sims 2 with my wife, played The Sims 3 with my wife. We've always loved, one of our favourite ones is actually The Sims 3 University. Really loved having that and the kind of university vibe it gave it. I know EA have just announced they are doing Discover University for The Sims 4. Super excited for that. Big shout out to EA for announcing that. I'm very, very, very excited for that. Sims 3 University. You could pledge to be part of a frat or a fraternity. And yeah, just kind of awesome things really. Just you could do all kind of. You go to classes. You had to study. Go out on the town. If you didn't do, you had to if you graduate, you start. Obviously, it's university as far as like America is concerned. So you start off as a freshman, then to a sophomore, then to a senior. And obviously, you have key tasks to do during those points. I'm not sure whether the new Sims University will fill that, but again, only time will tell. But as far as this review goes, this is on the Realm of Magic pack. I'll have the trailer or gameplay, whatever it is I've managed to find, next to me here. Essentially you can either migrate a sim, and I've never done it before. I wish I had, because I've created many sims in Sims 4. I had a Sims 4 for, I think, what was it on? It was on, what was it? Sims 4. We tried City Living, which we had an apartment, which is great. Get Famous. Sims 4 Get Famous was the last pack I bought. And I created a YouTuber sim in that one where I created content, and also was an actor on the side. Became much more of a successful actor than I was a YouTuber. Since been running commentary, although I'm not an actor now. I work in the warehouse. I just make these videos. For me, really, I enjoy talking to you guys and doing reviews. And, but that's beside the point. I was going to migrate my sim from the Get Famous into the Realm of Magic, but I didn't. Those of you who know The Sims will know that when you get any new expansion pack, you normally get a new world to move into. The Sims 4 Realm of Magic is no exception. You move into the world of Glimmerbrook. It's not a very big world. I think there's one empty lot plus one little tiny bungalow built, and a couple other NPC where you can knock them down if you add the cheats. But I play on a PS4. I'm yet to have a PC that's powerful enough running it. I did have it for my laptop, but my laptop is very, very old and will not run it. So I don't play on PC. I would love to play on PC because the mods and the builds you can do for the gallery look amazing. Check out Little Simsy, James Turner, Deligracy for all their videos. They all play PC, and they've all really great mods for their builds. But yeah, I play on the PS4 version, so I had to wait. I think it came out on the like 10th of October. No, wait, it came out on the 10th of October or 12th of October for the PC. Oh, sorry, for the console on the PS4 and the Xbox One, or Xbox, whatever Xbox you've got. I think it was out in September at some point for the PC players. Obviously, PC normally get it first. We got it after. But essentially, you build your house or move into whatever you want to move into. Obviously, if you have the gallery, you can pick many other things. You don't get the gallery access on the PS4, one of the downsides, I think. And also with a mouse and keyboard, it's a lot easier to control. Try to control with the sticks. Again, any of you watched my review for Star Wars Jedi Outcast, the same sort of thing. It has you're trying to move your thumbs like a mouse. It doesn't really work that way. But you kind of get used to it, and obviously with the PS4 and Xbox, you can plug in a wireless mouse and wireless keyboard, or wired mouse, wired keyboard, and use that. It just obviously it's a faff having to plug that in every time you want to use it, because if you don't normally use that for your console, you may not have it to hand, and obviously you may not have one at all. It is definitely playable for the PS4. I would totally advise you play it. But essentially, once you move into Glimmerbrook or wherever, you can obviously not live in Glimmerbrook. You can live elsewhere and travel to Glimmerbrook. There's a rather nice winding stream with a lovely sound effect on it. At the end of the stream is a big waterfall. Before the waterfall, there is a portal. The portal will lead to the realm of magic. Once you go in, and obviously, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so anything to do with magic and The Sims was really up my street. And essentially, you go through into what is Magic School. You go through as a normal sim. There are three, I guess, like they're called sages. So there are three magical sages. There is a sage of mischief magic, of practical magic, and of untamed magic. Untamed magic will teach you things like infinite, which will you can actually set fire to people or things. The mischief magic is things like you can make people dirty, or I can't remember what they're actually called. So you can use them like make people repulsive, make someone love you, make someone else love somebody else. I guess like silly things like, that kind of thing. And like practical magic, things like Reparo, but it's not called Reparo, it's called something else, but I can't remember. I haven't actually got that far to get Reparo yet. I have one called Scrubberoo, so if you're dirty, you can Scrubberoo, no need for a bath or a shower, you're totally clean. Obviously, once you go and talk to one of these sages, either one is fine to start with, and you ask them to make you or turn you into a spellcaster. I guess it's very similar to being asked if you've ever played the Vampire Sims 4. It's very similar to that. You go to the area where you meet the vampire, so you go and meet the sage, tell them you want to be a spellcaster, and they will ask you to go and collect 7 magical motes. They're little floating orbs of light around the map. Very easy to find. There's more than 7, so don't stress about not finding them. They give you mote sight, so you can physically see it. It just means that they appear on the map. On the screen, you just go and collect 7. You have to return them to the same sage you started that kind of quest with. Once you give them back, they will turn you into spellcaster. Now, you're only I guess, if you were like a vampire, you're only a little vampire, like a small. So you become a spellcaster, essentially. But you're very limited in what you can do. And obviously, you have to read books, read tomes, and you have to speak to the sages in order to get more new and more spells. So you can practice outside. Also, you can leave the realm of magic at any point and go back into the real world if you've got a job. The sim I created doesn't actually have a job yet. I built him a witchy-looking wizardy tower. Obviously, the build, there's a lot more items in build buy mode. Where you obviously they have lots of stained glass. There's big new doors. You can now get cauldrons. You can get mythical tables, new chairs. They have a whole new line of kitchen things. So there's a new counter, a new fridge, new cooker. There are new sofas, but I wasn't keen. There's also new flooring, new wallpapers. Essentially I built a rather wizardy looking tower in a kind of like octagon shape. Did it in 3 floors with a roof, sort of balcony with a nice pointy roof. It looks something like something out of Harry Potter, very wizard-esque, as it were. And I love it. It's like I say, it looks really cool. The guy I've got has got a nice long flowing red coat on. In the trailer, you'll see a character with the same coat, and it's like a vest with like sort of runes on it. It's the same outfit as that. And he's actually, that is Morgan. He is the he's Sage, fucking mage, but he's the Sage of Untamed Magic. Obviously, you can use any of your magic abilities outside of the real world. So if you did migrate a sim over, or you've just travelled to Glimmerbrook, you don't actually live in Glimmerbrook, you can just go back to the city or to the Get Famous in Del Sol Valley, walk up to anyone and make them dirty, set fire to them. There is a one where you can electrocute them. Obviously, this may then obviously, depending on your traits, this may act negative. This may mean that you're grumpy or embarrassed, or you love it if you're mean, or that kind of. Obviously, any of you know the Sims will know how the trait system works. You can also brew potions in the magical realm. Obviously, you speak to any of the sages. If they can't teach you magic because they've already taught you something, they will give you a potion recipe. When they give you the recipe, they'll give you a sample of the potion. So there are potions of the Plentiful Needs potion. Literally, you can brew that with one apple. But that will fill your needs completely. Now, in a way, some people might say, and I've seen reviews say that it's not a massive storyline. Once you've completed it, there isn't much to do left in the magical realm. You've learned every spell, every potion, got back in the real world. Now, obviously, with all the potions you've got, if you put a cauldron in the property you live in, you can brew as many potions as you want. In the magical realm, I forgot to say, there are three, I think it's three, four. It's three, it used to be a big world. It got split apart. There's now three floating sections. So the main area is your school. That's where you've got 3 floors or 4 floors. They have cauldrons there. You've got all the sages live there. You can find, and obviously there are other magical people there as well. There's also a very Diagon Alley-esque area where you can buy a broom, you can buy a wand. Sadly, the animation for broom flying is very much like teleportation. You just zoom up in the air and you'll appear wherever you want to go to. It's like traveling via teleportation. There is a teleportation spell or a charm which you can learn, which kind of negates the need for a broom. And the brooms and the wand situation where you can buy a wand if you want one. It just means that when you cast magic without a wand, you cast it with your hands. If you have a wand, you'll use a wand. Obviously, I've picked a wand, being a big Harry Potter fan. I just think it looks kind of cool, having a wand when you're dueling. And obviously, you can do dueling. That's a thing. I tend to lose at the moment because, again, I'm quite a low-level spellcaster. So I haven't mastered my sort of mean side. But obviously, if you can, you can buy all your ingredients from there, or you can buy them on a computer. If you go on a computer in the real world, you can buy any number of ingredients to brew new potions. That does mean that if you're out and about, if you're at work in any of the go to work or the Get Famous, and your needs drop, you can drink a potion and it will replenish with your needs. And if you have played the PC version or the Xbox or PS4 version, there is obviously, you can hold down all your triggers or access the debug menu, typing testing cheats enabled or testing cheats true. That turns the cheat menu on. You can do Mother Load, which gives you 5,000 simoleons. Obviously, you can then do lots of other cheats. Obviously, once you've got the cheat menu on, you can hold down Shift, or I believe it's circle and X, and click on your sim, and you can then either change them in Create a Sim or CAS. But you can spoof their needs, who boost their needs right up whenever they get low. This means you don't need to eat or sleep or drink or have fun or do anything that needs to be done. You can just play through the game. And obviously, with the money, you can build as big a mansion as you want to build. So without the cheats, the realm of magic enables you to have a lot of the. So if your TV breaks or your stereo breaks, you can repair it with your spell rather than calling out a handyman or repairing it yourself. It does mean that technically you're not going to build up any skills in the area. So but obviously you don't need to have the skills if you've got magic. There are elements of that. I haven't come across that yet, and obviously I don't really mind that. The fact they've introduced magic into The Sims 4 is a marvelously wonderful idea. So I'm never going to be sorry that I guess. I mean, I tend to play the cheats occasionally anyway. So I don't mind that I don't have to got to cheat now. I can just be like, oh, you know, I'm just going to repair this. I forget what it's called now. I'm going to clean myself with my cleaning spell. I know I said it earlier. I've totally forgot what it is. But yeah, essentially, you can do those things in The Sims 4, and you won't have to worry about your needs or the fact you're dirty or money. There is a spell called copy pasto, which literally means whatever object you have, you can copy and paste it. So if you have a TV or a nice stereo or computer, you can copy and paste it and it'll make another one of that object. It is any object. So if you make 10 of a certain telly and sell all those tellies, that's a lot of simoleons coming your way. And obviously, with that, you don't need to go to work. So you could argue that there isn't much point playing the game, but it is a simulation game. End of the day, if you don't want to go to work, then you just want to mess around, go into town. Obviously, there isn't much. The magical realm is 3 islands, I suppose, in a way. You can look at like three areas. Once you've been to each three, sorry, I did say the third area is a greenhouse. You can grow things there. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. You can grow things. They've got trees there with ingredients on them: apples, pears, lemons, that kind of thing. You can go in there and you can grow herbs or things you need for spells. You can obviously buy them with the copy paste, or you buy one of them, you copy it 10 times, you've got enough to last you forever, sort of thing. So that's the third area. So the pack, obviously, I think it's like £12 on the marketplace. So it's not as much as the Get Famous or even the Island Living, which I think was the last one to come out, which I did get, which I didn't really rate. I didn't really enjoy the whole Island Living. It wasn't that much to do in there. Whereas the Get Famous pack, there was loads to do, loads of new jobs, and being a creator really gave me in a way, it sort of, I wasn't maybe going to do this now, but it just helped me to kind of get an idea of what I should be doing as far as like making videos goes. Obviously, doing it on The Sims is a click of a button. Obviously, this is a lot more interactual. That's not really the right word. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. I apologise. So there isn't that much to it. I'm hoping that the Discover University will be a lot bigger and a lot better, but obviously there are elements that you have that are just, the fact that you have magic. There are brooms, there are wands. If you come across another magical person, you can duel them. There are dueling grounds. You can duel for knowledge, duel for items. You can duel for a lot of things. I've never said duel so much in my life. But you can duel for a lot of things. There are bonuses to dueling for items, bonuses to dueling for knowledge. And obviously, if you win, you're getting that knowledge, you're getting the items. There are things to do in the magical realm. Obviously, people outside the magical realm don't have wands, so you can't duel unless you're in the magical realm. Getting really hot with these glasses. But like I said, it is a really fantastic expansion to have. It does, I guess, make things a bit easier as far as some of the spells, some of the potions you can brew. But at the end of the day, that if you don't want to play that kind of way of The Sims, then don't use that potion or that spell. But the Realm of Magic gives you new outfits, new build items to make. You may have always wanted to build Hogwarts. People have done it. This just really, if you've built Hogwarts in your Sims game, this just gives you the magic along to go with it. It just makes it slightly more magical. But yeah, that's I'm waffling about it now. I've really enjoyed playing it, and I've put many hours into it. And I've only really scratched the surface. It took me a while to create my character and build the house. So I'm still becoming I think you become like a spell. There are 2 new aspirations. There's a spellcaster and there's a potions master. And obviously, once you max them out, you can do the other one. Once you max that out, you have both of the aspirations for that game pack. And obviously, you can take that back in the risk. If you have a mean streak if you have a mean streak, you can just go out and terrorize people, and you'd love it. It'd be great fun, and it is kind of fun when you just walk into someone's house, set fire in the bookcase, and leave. It's a bit dark and a bit nasty to do so, but they'll panic and not put it out. And then you can cast a freezing spell back on it and freeze it, and it'll go it'll put it out and they're fine. Their stuff's been damaged. Or you can freeze people, set fire to plants or people, or there are, and obviously if you've got the PC version, then awesome for you. There are mods to add killing curses like in Harry Potter, other much more death-defying. They're called deadly spells, deadly motes. You can cast any number of those. As I said before, check out James Turner on YouTube. He has a great video for the deadly arts spells. But yeah, that wraps it up for me. Thanks very much for watching. If you're a Sims 4 player, if you like The Sims 4, if you're looking forward to the Realm of Magic or any of the other things I've mentioned in this video, let me know in the comments. Yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, really helps the channel out. I'm still very small, hoping to grow. But again, those of you who subscribe to me, thanks very much. I appreciate it immensely. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye for now.